Jonas Salk was born on October 28, 1914. His parents, Daniel and Dora Salk, had 3 children, of which Jonas was the eldest. Salk's parents had been uneducated themselves, so they pushed their own children to succeed in life with an education. When he was 12 years old, he was asked to attend the very prestigious high school, Townsend Harris High School. He thrived under the strict curriculum and graduated at the near top of his class. He then moved on to college, being the first in his family to do so. Salk attended the College of New York City at the age of 16 to study law, but only for a short amount of time. Jonas had signed up for a laboratory chemistry class out of mere curiosity, which later intrigued him to want to learn more about the field of science, making him change his major from law to medical science. It was while Salk was in college that Franklin Roosevelt became president. Salk was inspired by Roosevelt's survival of poliomyelitis, which pushed him to want to learn more about diseases, such as what causes them and how to prevent them. It was because of this curiosity that he decided to attend medical school at the New York University School of Medicine. Jonas graduated medical school in 1939. During that same year, Salk married his wife, Donna Lindsay. Donna was a psychologist who shared the same goals as Salk by making the world a better place. He and his wife moved in 1940 since he had taken a new job at Mount Sinai Hospital. In 1941, Dr. Thomas Francis invited Salk to come to his research lab in Michigan in order to help him develop an influenza vaccine. Their hard work and research finally paid off in 1944 when the flu vaccine became available to the public. This experience gave Salk the knowledge and skills he would soon need to develop a vaccine against infantile poliomyelitis. In 1947, Salk took up a new position at the University of Pittsburgh, where he would begin his research for the poliomyelitis vaccine. Most people criticized his ideas of using a killed virus vaccine because it did not protect the body's immune system completely, unlike the live virus vaccine. The facilities that the university provided allowed Salk to investigate and explore the polio virus. He still kept in contact with his mentor during his job at the University of Pittsburgh. In 1950, Salk was awarded research money from the National Foundation of Infantile Poliomyelitis to officially start work on the polio vaccine. However, other doctors and researchers had received money for the same cause. It was now a race to be the first to come up with the vaccine. In 1952, Salk had completed his vaccine, but it still needed to be tested. He first tested his vaccine on children who were already infected at the D.T. Watson Home for Crippled Children. The test showed that his vaccine was a success so far, which made him even more confident about it. Now Salk needed to see if his vaccine would work on those who were not affected by polio as a prevention of polio as well. To test this, Salk used his vaccine on himself and his family. He was successful once again, and it was in 1953 that the mass trials of his vaccine would begin. National testing began in 1954, where he used 500,000 children already infected with polio and another 500,000 as the control party. It was in 1955 that the results came in. Salk's vaccine was not perfect, but it was 60 to 90% successful in the prevention of poliomyelitis. Newspaper headlines and news stories across the globe announced his discovery, and Dr. Jonas Salk became an instant hero throughout the world. Unfortunately, despite this huge breakthrough in medicine, there were some critical flaws in his vaccine. The killed virus vaccine did not completely immunize the patient from polio, but lowered the risk of them contracting it drastically. Also, some pharmaceutical companies made the mistakes while preparing the vaccine and became contaminated with the live virus. Competition also appeared in 1960 with Dr. Albert Sabin's live polio vaccine, which was taken orally. Most people preferred this method because only one dosage of the oral vaccine gave lifetime immunity as opposed to several injections of the killed virus for only partial immunity. However, the live virus vaccine is still more likely to infect patients with polio rather than immunize them. In 1963, Dr. Jonas Salk founded the Salk Institute for Biological Studies in San Diego, California. He continued his passion for medical research by concentrating on a killed virus AIDS vaccine. Like during his polio research, many doctors argued whether a killed virus vaccine would work better than a live virus vaccine. Though he never came up with the vaccine, he did create an immunogen that can be given to patients that are HIV positive to suppress the contraction of disease. Dr. Jonas Edward Salk passed away on June 23, 1995, at the age of 80 due to congestive heart failure. His death was a great loss for the field of medicine and for the entire world as a whole. However, all of the changes and contributions that he made to medical history will always be remembered and will continue to live on as long as there is disease.